Abdullah is a livestock farmer in a village in Mozambique. He provides food for a family of 6, sends 2 children to school, and buys medication for his elderly mother. All of this is made possible through Africa Muslims Agency's Qurbani program. AMA trains small-scale farmers to raise quality livestock that provides an income for their family as well as food for their communities. Sponsor your Qurbani today in Africa for 1,750 rands or 2,750 rands in South Africa or various countries around the world. Donate online at africamuslimsagency.co.za.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome to this evening's edition of Halqatul Qur'an. Your host Muntahaa Ebrahim, and of course it's a pleasure being in your company this evening. This program being brought to you by Africa Muslims Agency, and of course airing over the various media platforms of Salam Media. So this evening I am excited, alhamdulillah, because one of the young upcoming reciters from Cape Town are with us this evening, and that is Qari Muhammad Lamara. Inshallah, he'll be reciting some verses of the Quran shortly, and whilst we cross over to him, inshallah, we will listen to a short recitation of the Quran, just a short clip of one of the upcoming reciters from Egypt by the name of Qari Islam Muhammad Adil. Inshallah, we'll listen to him, then we cross over to Cape Town.
والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء
Islam Muhammad Adil from Egypt, a young gentleman, mashallah, good character, and he was on our program some time ago also. So yes, we're crossing over to our Qari in Cape Town. He is with us on the line, inshallah, and we welcome him on our screens. That is none other than Qari Muhammad Lamara. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you doing, Sheikh? You well?
Alhamdulillah, very well, and how are you?
I'm fine, alhamdulillah. Shukr. Very honored, alhamdulillah, tonight, mashallah. Given the opportunity to recite some Quran, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, Allah bless you, Allah accept from you. And indeed, we're also excited to have you on the program, alhamdulillah. Of course, you are one of the winners, or rather one of the finalists in the Iqra competition a few months ago, deservedly so. And alhamdulillah, it's nice to have you on the program. And of course, we look forward to your participation in the finals. I think maybe I'll chat with you a little bit about that after.
Inshallah.
But for now,
definitely, inshallah.
The main thing is to listen to your recitation of the Quran, inshallah. فليتفضل.
Amen. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الناس ضرب مثل فاستمعوا له. إن الذين تدعون من دون الله لن يخلقوا ذبابا ولو اجتمعوا له. وإن يسلبهم الذباب شيئا لا يستنقذوه منه. ضعف الطالب والمطلوب. ما قدروا الله حق قدره. إن الله لقوي عزيز. الله يصطفي من الملائكة رسلا ومن الناس. إن الله سميع بصير. الله يصطفي من الملائكة رسلا ومن الناس. إن الله سميع بصير. يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم وإلى الله ترجع الأمور. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اركعوا واسجدوا واعبدوا ربكم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اركعوا واسجدوا واعبدوا ربكم ربكم وافعلوا الخير لعلكم تفلحون. وجاهدوا في الله حق جهاده هو اجتباكم وما جعل عليكم في الدين من حرج ملة أبيكم إبراهيم وسماكم المسلمين من قبل وفي هذا ليكون الرسول شهيدا عليكم وتكونوا شهداء على الناس فأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة واعتصموا بالله فأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة واعتصموا بالله هو مولاكم فنعم المولى ونعم النصير. فأقيموا الصلاة وآتوا الزكاة واعتصموا بالله هو مولاكم فنعم المولى ونعم النصير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قد أفلح المؤمنون. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قد أفلح المؤمنون الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون والذين هم عن اللغو معرضون والذين هم للزكاة فاعلون والذين هم لفروجهم حافظون إلا ملكت أيمانهم فإنهم غير ملومين. فمن ابتغى وراء ذلك فأولئك هم العادون. والذين هم لأماناتهم وعهدهم راعون. والذين هم على صلواتهم يحافظون أولئك هم الوارثون الذين يرثون الفردوس هم فيها خالدون الذين يرثون الفردوس هم فيها خالدون. صدق الله العظيم.
MashaAllah, Sadaqallah al-Azim. We say shukran to our Qari Muhammad Lamara from Cape Town for the beautiful recitation of the Qur'an. Allah bless you, Allah accept from you. Allah grant you to go further in terms of strength to strength. And we continue to recite the Qur'an so beautifully, inshallah.
Ameen.
So if I may ask, what are you busy with now?
Currently, Sheikh, I'm completing my final year. It's my final year Alim Fadil course, inshallah. And I'm reading. Yes. And I'm reading my second round for the Ashra Kabir, the Ashra again, the Saba and the Ashra Saghirin, one khatam at the moment, alhamdulillah. And I'm teaching Hafs at the same time, alhamdulillah, for Darul Furqan. Riwayah Hafs.
Yes. So where are you studying?
I'm studying at Qasim al-Ulum, one of the Darul Ulums within Cape Town. And as far as my qira'at, I'm studying at Qira'atul Qur'an under Qari Mustaqim also, who's a student of Maulana Salim Gaibi, and he's a student of a couple of Egyptian scholars, Qura also from Egypt, which he read his Kabir for. So alhamdulillah, I'm busy reading by him. Alhamdulillah. I started this year, inshallah, with the khatam for the Saba and the Ashra with him. Another khatam which I previously finished before, and hoping to finish on the end of this year, inshallah. Before the end of the year, inshallah.
MashaAllah. So can you also tell us a bit about Darul Furqan?
Yes, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Darul Furqan started last year, alhamdulillah, initially. And we started off with the boys. The boys. The intention for Darul Furqan was to start off a Hifz madrasa for women and boys, initially concentrating on the Mitchell's Plain area, and to begin the qira'at at the same time. The reason was that when the students finish, they have to keep them there for a few months and to recite within the other riwayat door itself, like to finish around within Warsh, finish around within Khalaf, and so that was the intention. And alhamdulillah, the intention grew further to open a Sanatain soon, inshallah. Sanatain course in Lugha, Tafsir, and so forth and so forth. We're growing on that, inshallah. We started last year, but we have about 6 to 7 teachers now, alhamdulillah. In Rocklands, we opened the girls' madrasa, alhamdulillah, we started this year, and we have about 10 students there, mashallah, which is the teacher Mu'alima Bashira Paulsa. She also has ijazat and sanat by Mawla Mustaqim Paulsa, alhamdulillah, which is her elder brother. She teaches there, alhamdulillah. And so far that's going well. And in Rocklands, we have the boys section also, where we have boys. We have about 15 students in Rocklands. And in Montrose Park, better known as the farm in Lente here, we have 2 Hifz madrasas there for boys. That's run by Maulana Ayub Brina. He's also a Qari. I don't know if Sheikh Muntahaa came over in Maridiqa, Qari Ayub Brina. And then in the afternoon, we also have afternoon maktab, which is run by Qari Isa Leek. I think his name must be very familiar with the Qur'an Salam media. He must have read here plenty of times already, alhamdulillah. And then on the weekends, we have the Qira'at, where we're doing the riwayah of Hafs and so forth, alhamdulillah, with the study of Jazariya and Tuhfa and many other books, such as Sheikh Ismail Abdulaziz's books, Tajweed, Qawaid al-Tajweed and so forth. Alhamdulillah. Shukr.
MashaAllah. So very busy and plenty of work that's being done by Darul Furqan. And as you say, it is based different places and also catering for different, in terms of the Hufaz, you have the males, females, for those who are memorizing the Quran, for those who are doing advanced studies of the Quran in terms of Qira'at and so on. All that facilities are available. I see Mu'alima Bashira also posting there here on the feed. MashaAllah, welcome to Mu'alima and all the others that has joined the program and is watching our Qari, alhamdulillah. So it's a lot of work, MashaAllah. Then also besides that, I see that, or we see that Darul Furqan are quite active on social media as well. There is a channel that one can follow and listen to recitation of Quran by various Qur'an clips and snippets that are posted from time to time. If anybody want to follow, what can you maybe share the links? What are the links? Where do they access these channels?
The links is Al Furqan Tilawa. Al Furqan Tilawa. They're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, and they're on what's the other one? TikTok. Inshallah, we just started we're gonna start a YouTube channel soon, inshallah, because the following is getting quite big. We're only running for two months the Furqan Tilawa, and we have about, on certain videos we get over 10,000 views already, alhamdulillah. So we think we should start going a bit big, alhamdulillah, inshallah. There's lots of talent to mine within Cape Town, so there will always be continuous videos coming, inshallah.
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. So obviously for those who are watching or listening, Al Furqan, Furqan Tilawa, that is the handle or the name that you should search, and that will be, you'll find it on Instagram, TikTok, as well as Facebook, and in the very near future, it will be expanded to YouTube as well, where you'll find various clips of the young upcoming Quran reciters or the Quran reciters mainly from Cape Town, and be able to follow it on those platforms, inshallah. And I'm sure Qari Muhammad Lamara, who we've listened to now a few minutes ago, he also features on those clips, inshallah. So alhamdulillah, Sheikh, also, you know, I'm sure there are many of our aspiring reciters watching this channel at this point in time. Any advice that you can share for those who are intending to study, maybe they've completed the memorization of the Quran, they want to know more about the Quran in terms of the other aspects of learning, whether it is Qira'at, whether it is Ulum al-Quran, whether it is anything of maqamat pertaining to the recitation of the presentation of the Quran, what advice would you give to them?
Now, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First, and which I first personally, my personal opinion, that which I think is most important, is that if one completed the Quran and his Quran is strong, his story is strong, then he can journey to all the other fields within connected to the Quran. But if not so, you should first focus on strengthening the Quran. That would be the first maqsad, is to make one's Quran strong. Because you'll find in the long run, if the Quran is not strong and you're doing all the other things, it's gonna be a problem. You're gonna find a big weakness within yourself, and you're gonna find yourself being deprived of a lot of things if the Quran is not strong. So after the Quran being strong, the first thing that I think is most important for one to do as a Hafiz, which you will also, if he thinks or if he asks himself this question, you'll agree with me, is that to take some time and make some effort to go and study and try to understand the meaning of the Quran, to understand the certain reasons why certain verses have been revealed, the sababun nuzuls and all those things. So ulumul Quran, in other words, like Sheikh Muntahaa mentioned, that would be the first thing. However, the maqamat and that I feel generally when one flies in that manner, when he goes far and he becomes really good in maqamat. Yes, one thing is natural ability, but more preceding than natural ability is obviously effort. But that should become a hobby. Maqamat, that should be your side hobby. You shouldn't give all your time to the maqamat. But yes, free time at night and so forth, so forth. We see there's so many Sheikh Bakir, so many Quran now teaching maqamat on the YouTube. We could start familiarizing ourselves with listening a lot. Very important. Some people, it's very important for them to listen a lot. Another thing is, Alhamdulillah, to Sheikh Ismail on, you've availed so many Quran to us where we can message and tune up for some private times, inshallah, so that we can sit personally. But that, I think, that will come according to your shauq. In other words, your enthusiasm and how much you really want it, that will come. Because I believe the voice is like a muscle. The more you train it, the more stronger it gets. So it depends on your amount of effort, and then surely you'll be able to accomplish that. But at the same time, very highly I recommend that the maqam should not be our main objective, our end goal, because that will be a very not to say a weak goal, but not the best of goals. What we should put above that is to first go and perfect our recitation within the tajweed, and to at least get ijazat for the hafs, inshallah. At least to get our ijazat within the riwayah of the hafs, inshallah. Yeah, so inshallah, that's my little advice. If there's any specific questions other than that, then we can honestly elaborate on that, inshallah.
Alhamdulillah, we indeed very fortunate to have you on the program tonight, and also to take benefit from you, all the advices that you are sharing to us. Subhanallah, Allah accept this from you. And I just want to take a moment and welcome Qari Muhammad Musaddiq Murshid from Bangladesh. I see that he's also joined the feed and watching the program. And mashallah, all other ulama that is watching presently, different parts of the world. And we have, of course, Qari Muhammad Lamara, and he was just explaining and giving some background and some advices as to what we can do in furthering our studies of the Quran, not just in terms of memorization, but going beyond that understanding. We can also look at the presentation of the Quran. We can look at the, as our Qari has mentioned, studying the riwayah of Hafs, and thereafter, if you want, in our free time, without putting too much effort or too much attention, or prioritizing maqamat over everything else. There's more important things that one can focus on. But yes, also presenting the Quran beautifully in terms of our recitation is also something that you should take care of, inshallah. Now, with regards to yourself, mashallah, you've achieved quite a bit. You are busy studying now. You're final year in alim course, and as you said, also you are furthering or reciting and revising your qira'at. Where do you see yourself going in terms of the near future, in terms of your personal development?
Naam, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. I've been asked this question many a times, alhamdulillah. But I've always given a broad answer that I never yet got this a clear answer that I can give that one can just, understand clearly from what I'm saying. But me personally, alhamdulillah, I have a big inclination with regards to fiqh, but at the same time, I have also another inclination as I reach final year, to a hadith, to the science of a hadith, alhamdulillah. And those things requires, to become to do takhasus within it, and to strengthen oneself is going to take a few years, and it's going to take lots of traveling also. But at the same time, what will always be my main subject will be the qira'at. Will always be the qira'at. So in the next few years, inshallah, the intention is that if Allah Ta'ala, allows, and Allah Ta'ala gives me the opportunity, definitely, then inshallah, to first further myself within some fiqh, takhasus fil fiqh, preferably, hopefully, a Yemen, inshallah, if not, in Egypt, inshallah, if not. And hadith, inshallah, hadith, I think we got pretty well, few good scholars within South Africa. So to personally sit with a few different scholars, personally, one-on-one, I would try for that, inshallah. As for the qira'at, my intention is to, for the rest of my life, whoever's hands I get on, to just sit down, recite to them, because we find that by every different teacher you come to, you find is something extra he picks up in you, is something extra he can assist you with. So I feel that there will always be a lot to that, inshallah. But my personal, what I wish for in the future, inshallah, is to teach the riwayat qira'at at Madrasa Qasim al-Ulum, inshallah, which is the intention when I come back after 1 year, inshallah. I'm intending to go for 1 year Jamaat at the end of the year, inshallah. So when I return, inshallah, my intention is to teach the qira'at within the syllabus of Qasim al-Ulum, and at the same time to teach some tafsir and to teach some hadith books and so forth, inshallah. But we see, inshallah, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what He has decreed for us and so forth. Rada bil qada, alhamdulillah. But the intentions are big, and the desires to do is a lot so far. So unfortunately, I'm still finding myself. But at the same time, I'm going to attack all fields at the same time. I'm not going to sit still and wait for my field to be found. At the same time, I'll be discovering and going through all the other fields, inshallah. But qira'at is the main subject. And what my intention is also is to gather. I see throughout the world we find different systems, and we find lots of good in the different systems throughout the world, is to make a system within Darul Furqan that caters for all of these things easily, without the need of us having to travel far and so forth. Meaning to get a matric in, you get your matric with your sanatain and your qira'at within your door and things like that, to speed the process for the study for the younger guys quicker, inshallah. By 16, 17, you must have your lugha, you must have your qira'at, and everything must be matric, everything one time, inshallah. That's the intention. We see what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destined, inshallah.
I mean, Allah make it success. And we have Mullah Shahid Al-Qasimi is making lots of dua there, that Allah accept everything that you say and make these endeavors a success, inshallah. Then also one of our brothers asking the question and saying, also expressing the need for adult classes during morning time adult classes. And this is also sometimes something that we overlook. We've got full-time classes for our boys and our girls in terms of memorizing the Qur'an, but often we lack the space for those. Maybe they are retired or whatever, and they would also want to upskill themselves in terms of the recitation and the memorization of the Qur'an. Maybe they don't feel comfortable sitting with young children, but to create a class where we can have the adults, sit and they can also engage themselves with the Quran and learn further in that direction. Yeah. So you touched on something earlier on, and that you mentioned the program by Sheikh Ismail Lant, whereby said that he made certain individuals available of the established Qur'an, where they would sit and give one-on-one training to those obviously who are interested in furthering their studies. Obviously, you are part of that particular program, and how do you find that program?
Obviously, Alhamdulillah, shukr. I find it as a huge success, Alhamdulillah. And what I can see that's coming from that program is boosting the youngsters, giving them the opportunities that weren't necessarily available in the time when Sheikh Ismail and Sheikh Harun was, when Sheikh Abdulaziz Brown, when these Qur'an were young. I don't see they had these opportunities. And what I see the great benefit from this is that they are starting all these different classes with the voice training and the assisting of the Qiraat with young boys. Like they have the upcoming the Ali brothers, Muhammad Talha Ali, and all these youngsters. They are getting early development. They are getting they're able to build themselves and to find themselves at the early age. That's when we're going to find these youngsters when they come at the age of 20, 22, 23, 25, even 30. Inshallah, I believe definitely that the level of recitation within Cape Town will increase on a big scale due to the early development and training of the youngsters. A very young example that I see that in is like we have Muhammad Abdulaziz from Peter Maritzburg, Maulana Qari Muhammad Abdulaziz. I always would see that what made him different, what made him so unique and everything to the T. And when I would sit with him, it would come to me that he started at a very young age with the maqam and all of these things. At the age of 8, he was given the platform, 9, 10, would recite. So those classes of Sheikh Ismail with the youngsters, I think it's amazing, wallah, it's amazing. And it will be the reason, it will definitely be the reason of upping the game within Cape Town. Definitely taking qira'at, recitation of the Qur'an, the recitation of the Quran to another level. Ameen Ya Rab. And soon, if not, we will also put our, inshallah, the youngsters of Cape Town will be the reason for putting us also on the map one day, inshallah, amongst Misr and amongst, the Tanzania, like Sheikh Ismail mentioned before. Inshallah, Ameen Ya Rab.
And obviously, we count yourself and the many other still amongst the youngsters, I'm sure, inshallah. And make that Allah make these initiatives all successful for the benefit of everyone. Qari Muhammad Lamara, it has been such a pleasure speaking with you and spending some time with you. And indeed, it was quite beneficial. And I'm sure also the viewers and listeners has taken some benefits from the time that we now spent online. And we make dua that Allah grant it that we take further success from this little, Allah accept this little session that we had. And maybe through whatever was said, even something small, or maybe we regard it insignificant, but may it be that someone can take something home from this, and may it be a cause for that individual's further development and success. Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Like I said, it was really delightful and nice. And inshallah, we look forward to meeting you in person again, inshallah, and to listening to your recitation of the Quran. Inshallah.
Ameen Ya Rabb. Jazakallah khair. Wa alaikum salam wa barakatuh.
It was Qari Muhammad Lamara from Cape Town, and mashallah, beautiful talk that he has given, or nasiha that he has shared with us, and also some recitation of the Quran. And indeed, it was so nice having him on our program. And that also brings us to the end of tonight's edition of Halqatul Quran. Next week, inshallah, we intend to have Qari from the United Kingdom that will be with us, inshallah. And he was closely associated with the late Sheikh Abdullah Dawood from Tanzania. In fact, one of the students of Sheikh Abdullah Dawood will be with us next week. He is from the United Kingdom, and inshallah, we look forward to listening to his recitation of the Quran, inshallah, next week Thursday. So until we meet again, from myself, Muntahaa Kenny, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Abdullah is a livestock farmer in a village in Mozambique. He provides food for a family of 6, sends 2 children to school, and buys medication for his elderly mother. All of this is made possible through Africa Muslims Agency's Qurbani program. AMA trains small-scale farmers to raise quality livestock that provides an income for their family, as well as food for their communities. Sponsor your Qurbani today in Africa for 1,750 rands, or or 2,750 rands in South Africa or various countries around the world. Donate online at africamuslimsagency.co.za.